Hey man, just giving you a quick call. I just wanted to let you know that you are so close, dude. You're so much closer than you think. A lot of these big goals that we've had and these big aspirations, they're right around the corner for you, dude. So you just cannot give up. So stoked for you to see this. P.S. We bought a Lambo, so keep going, bro. We'll talk soon. Peace.
Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Bryson. This is the Bryson Everyday Project Podcast. This podcast is a little bit different than other ones out there. Here, I only focus on documentation. I don't focus on quality or being professional or being entertaining. If that sounds like something you're interested in, I'd love for you to stick around and give the show a listen. You can also follow me on Instagram at BRQUSE. Thank you so much. Here's the show. What's going on? It is Thursday, November 6th, 2025. It's 6:53 p.m. And today has been a good day so far. I don't know how to start the show off. I want to restart. All good. Woke up, had a fairly good start to the day, got to work, and started. Well, what I wanted to do was, okay, let me back up. The current project at hand is going through and recording videos for everything, and then so that there's a loom attached to every single page in this entire system. I think that is a good thing for me to do because it's forcing me to go through and see if everything works. So it's two birds with one stone. But it's also good because obviously I'm answering questions as somebody clicks on it and watches it and things like that. So also it just creates a little bit higher value because someone sees that there's a video and explanation with everything, so it's good that way. But I'm so sick of recording videos right now. I don't know what it is, but it's just so difficult for me to want to sit down and just record a video on how to do stuff. I don't know what it is, but it's so hard for me to want to do that. So anyway, the videos that I have left are the business expenses, the team hours, and the important dates. And those are simple. Those are very easy ones. So sorry, the team hours and the important dates, that's an easy one. Those should be quick because there's only 3 and then 2. So I have 5 videos left there. And then for business expenses, I have a little bit more to go through. But this morning, I was looking at the business expenses and remembered that Trey asked me to build something for him. And it was something that I should put inside anyway. And that was, where the fuck did the page go? It was the ability to change the frequency pretty much on a payment, or on an expense. So if, God damn it, I'm looking at something, there's an error right here. Why is there an error? Why does this say 1,000%? Oh my hell, it's wrong. All good. We'll fix it later. This shit's so annoying. It's fine. Wait, is this a quick fix? Wait, is this correct? Oh, it doesn't work. Okay, whatever. I'm just trying to calculate some percentages and it just is being a piece of shit. But anyway, going back to what I was saying, Trey, so what it was previously was a recurring expense or a one-time expense. That's it. But the recurring was monthly. So it was like, damn it, I said like. It was you make a payment once a month or you make a payment one time. Those are the options. And he said, well, I want to have something that's weekly so I can do payroll and things like that. It'll be a little bit easier. And I thought, that's just such a simple idea. Why didn't I think of that, So what I did was I overhauled the whole thing. So there's frequencies of one time, daily, weekly, biweekly, monthly, and yearly. So how you do it is you put the name of the expense in there, you put the frequency, how much it is, and then whenever that, you start paying that expense, and then everything else is calculated. So there's a little form you fill out. So if I click the form, it'll say the expense name, the frequency, when is it starting, when is it ending, how much is it, and then the category of how I want to sort it. So is it a software? Is it for education? Is it ads, marketing, social media, whatever it is? And then all of that gets filtered in. There's a whole bunch of charts that I've yet to build, but I'm going to do that. So anyway, all that to say, I realized that I should make all these adjustments and changes before I change it again after I present it or give it to Trey. So I guess in short, Trey came up with a good idea or wants something different. I'm going to build it and record it anyway. So I may as well make all the changes before I record the videos. That way I don't have to do it again. Also, he asked for it. I feel like it's been a little bit of a delay. So I revamped the whole thing. I'm working on it as we speak. And I already know this is going to be a very temporary thing because some of the things in here, they just don't, it's not the best. There's a lot of manual clicking and things like that, manual entry. I don't want that. I want it to be fully automatic so the person using it doesn't have to do shit. I don't want to have to send reminders and say, hey, you don't forget to click on the button. But for now, it's fine. Got to do what you got to do. So anyway, I also came up with the idea of a expense projection, kind of like the monthly recurring revenue projection where they can see up to 12 months ahead of time. Did that same thing with expenses. And it's cool because the more that I do these different things, the more I'm like, fuck, I said like again. God damn it. It's so hard not to say that. The more that I do these things, the more that I realize the different possibilities, I guess, that there are with building some of this stuff. And it makes me want to just continuously improve and revamp and build better, build bigger. And it's a dangerous, slippery slope. And I guess in a very good way, but also in kind of a bad way, depending on the stage you're at. But for me right now, I need to just continue what I'm doing and then make the videos and then get to a spot where all I'm doing is messaging people all day. And I've been, because of all this, I've been listening to Alex Hormozy videos on B2B sales and cold outreach and things like that, getting leads. I got the $100 million leads book on my desk right now. I've been skimming through it, listening to the podcast a little bit, just trying to get in the headspace again that it sucks. You know, it's cold outreach. There's nothing, it's simple, it's easy. It's very tedious. It's the same shit. So I got to make it into a game, make it into a big old tracking system. That's what I got to do. And I got to stay on top of it. And I also got to be very good with social media. And I had this idea and I already acted on it. So what I did was I thought, what if I just wore the same exact shirt every time I made a social media post? Every time, no matter if it was mainly a screen recording or if it was me standing in front of the camera, like my fitness videos or whatever. What if I just wore the same exact shirt every single time without fail? For one, that builds a brand, right? Because it's there's that guy wearing the fucking shirt, you know. It's kind of like Dan Martell. If anybody listening knows who that is, he always wears a blue shirt. Matter of fact, if I Google a photo of Dan Martell, it's probably going to be him. Let's see, Dan Martell. First photo, he's in blue. Second photo, he's in blue. Third photo, blue. Fourth photo, blue. If I go to the next one, oh, no shirt at all. No shirt at all. All right, we're in some dangerous territory here. But anyway, he actually talked about it one time. He said that he wears blue because he likes it. It's his favorite color, and it builds a brand because, you know, he's always wearing blue. If you see him, you know he's wearing blue. So got me thinking, what if I just wore the same shirt? And I thought, well, what shirt would I wear? And then I thought, I'll just custom make one with FitBizOS on it. That way it's the same shit every time. And it also makes sense because that's the name of the product. I don't think that's the name of the business. Business is M1 Operations. The product is FitBiz. FitBizOS, Fitness Business Operating System. So without even thinking about it, I just took the shitty logo that I made. I wouldn't say it's shitty. I actually like it. Took the little logo that I made, slapped it on a shirt, and I printed it. And it's on its way to my house as we speak. Matter of fact, let's... Dude, I was doing so good. It's fine. Let's pull this up. I used Printify for this. You host your own online store, but fuck all that, dude. I'm not doing all that. I just wanted a sample. It's funny because I signed up for an account and it says, how big is your store? How many employees do you have? When do you anticipate blah, blah? How many catalogs are you going to have? How many products are you going to... And I brushed through and I put not sure on every single one. At the very end where it says other, I just said, enough with all this horse shit. I just want to get a sample. That's all I'm here. I just want to buy one product. That's all I'm here for. And then I got in there, got a sample, and now it's ordered. Fuck, dude. It's so annoying. So if we look on, it's expected in 2 days. So, yeah, pretty cool. It's a black shirt. It's an oversized shirt. That's the look I was going for. and it just says FitBizOS. It's got the purple gradient with the white OS on the black shirt, and that's it. So my intent is to wear that every single time I record a video, and hopefully build a little bit of of brand recognition, even if it catches one or two people's eyes. It's two more people than I would have gotten. And the shirt was, I think, $23 with shipping, with the custom, with the everything. So not bad. But yeah, I'm gonna roll with that idea, see how it goes. And I want to be strategic about this, because I like all the stuff that I'm doing, and I want to make sure that the videos that I make actually make sense. But I also want to get better at making videos, and I think the best way to do that is to make almost 3 of the same video and just change the hook with each one, and then post those 10 days separated, 10 days away from each other. So on the 1st, the 11th, and the 30th, or on the on the 1st, whatever I do, on the 1st, the 11th, and the 21st, and then rinse and repeat, I would just post the same video, but the intro to the video would be different. And then I would repeat that with a new batch of content every month or something like that, or post 3 times a day. I don't know. I believe that this would be much easier for me to do, because for one, I can crank videos out like no other. That's easy. I've been doing that for the last few days anyway. But these videos would be very short and punchy. That's the idea. And these are screen recordings. And if I'm doing it where I'm in the video, where I'm standing and I'm holding my iPad or showing something, that's going to be simple as well, because I love this shit more than I love talking about carbs and fats and proteins. And so I think it will be much easier, maybe even more fun for me to sit there and say 3 different intros and then put the remainder of the video afterward. I don't know. But I don't want to get too ahead of myself, but I feel like this stuff it's so simple to, well, I don't want to speak too soon, but I feel like it's simple to make. With the fitness stuff, it's better if you're in a grocery store. It's better when your surroundings are where people need to be better with fitness and nutrition and things like that. For me, I can sit in my desk for every video. As long as I can showcase what I built and how to use it, we're good. So all the recording in the gym and recording workouts and setting my phone up and going to the grocery store and recording in the store and doing all that awkward bullshit, I don't got to do that. As long as I have the product and I can screen record and I can show my face with my iPad or my laptop or my monitor, we're cooking. So because of that, I feel like even 3 posts a day is fine. I feel like that, almost feel like that's too little, because I can just upload the same video with different hooks and hopefully get more people. And why would I upload the same video? Well, I'll upload the video so that I can get more views from people who haven't seen the first one. So if I upload the first one, it gets 10 views, and I upload the second one with a different hook and it gets 20 views. It's the same video, but 10 more people saw it. So that's 10 people who saw it for the first time, assuming that the first 10 are repeat viewers. I know it's not how it works, but I guess in theory, there you go. And yeah, what's interesting is the account that I rebranded was the fitness account. So it was Bryson.sessions. Now it is FitBizOS. That's the Instagram account name. So if you want to give it a follow, if you're a fitness coach looking to scale or looking to get your numbers under control, there you go. But I've got so many friends and family that I follow, or that follow me. Yeah, it's that follow me. I don't follow them. So I'm posting all these data metric trackers and talking about KPIs for fitness coaches. And I've got people from high school that are following this. It's pretty funny to think about. Like, why are you? I said, fuck. Why you still follow me, But anyway. So, yeah, been working on the expenses thing. My goal was to actually finish it today. I wrote that down. And let's see if I can pull it up, see exactly what I wrote. My goal was to finish it today, and then record videos for it, and then create a page or draft or whatever so that Karin can make KPI reports for this in Make, and then I need to finish some renewals for Mina. That's the goal to get done today. I'm pushing for it. I don't know if I will get the thing made for Karn or not. I don't think that is as urgent, really, as anything else. But yeah, so that's expenses. That's what I'm working on. I've had a lot of fun. It's so much fun building things. I really enjoy doing this part of it all. And I just want to get this in a coach's hands where they're using it and I can get feedback and actually provide the real service. I feel like I'm almost at that point where with fitness, I had all the systems, I had all the programs built, I had all the nutrition protocols, all the programs designed, all the check-ins scheduled, all the resources ready to go, but no one was using them because I didn't have clients. So I feel like in that sense, I'm in the same position, and I would just be ecstatic if I had people in the program using it. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. And I was thinking about this. I don't know if I should charge $500 a month. Maybe I should. Maybe I'm thinking too much about this. But I foresee this being something that someone keeps for a while. And if they're going to stay for a while, maybe it would entice them to stay even longer if the monthly was lower. Because $500 a month is a permanent So here's the thing. If a coach doesn't have Notion and then they do get Notion and they onboard their team onto it and they have 10 people at least, it seems like that's the minimum. I think Trey has 14, Mina has 12, Dawson, I believe, I think he actually had 9, but whatever. And then you have the middle plan that is $24 a person, and we'll just call it 25 for easy math. So if you have 12 people in a program or in Notion right there, that would be $300 a month on top of the $500 that I'm charging for the KPIs and stuff, So I almost want to, if they already have Notion, then it's fine, I guess. But I guess I just have to assume that nobody has it and plan for that so I can be more aware, maybe. But I don't know, because I'm just thinking, if I have 10 people, which is so little, just 10 coaches using this with a $300 recurring, that's $3,000 a month recurring. That amount would allow me to hire somebody, and well, I guess this assumes that I make at least one sale a month from that point forward. But having $3,000 a month would allow me to hire somebody out to really go through this, and their job would be to test everything, make sure everything works, add the small little tiny details, add descriptions to everything, and just make this pristine, right? And that would be their job. They would go through that. That would be all that they do. And then I could even get into the whole space of when you purchase the thing, you kind of get a VA from us to be there on standby for you. That would be cool, but I don't want to get too ahead of myself. I got to sell the goddamn thing. But whatever. So if somebody bought today, I would feel comfortable giving it to them. I'm so close to finishing the expenses and the videos that I'm just going to spend the next couple days doing that, and then work on giving this to Trey and Mina, and then go from there. Have 2 coaches actually using the whole system. So yeah, that's what's going on. I don't think I have much else to say. Hit the gym. That was nice. Oh yeah, I do actually. I have one more thing to say. I have felt like I just need to be a better human being in life in general, across the board for all different things. And it's got me revisiting some core values. And I've always had a hard time with things like that, because if it's a core value, I believe the definition is, you almost live your life by those standards or that philosophy or whatever. And, I've always been kind of foggy on that, because I think, what do I believe to the bone? What do I believe what would I die for because I believe so much? What's something that I stand for no matter what? What is a belief or a moral code that I follow that I will always, or at least what's so strong currently that I could absolutely, I don't know. What could I get a tattoo of my arm on? What could I get a tattoo on my arm of that wouldn't be irrelevant to me in 2 weeks, something like that. And I'm just thinking hard about what I value, what's important to me, how I want to, be perceived, respected, how I want to be treated, how I treat others, what things are important to me, what things I hate. And I'm trying to base off a whole set of core values, I guess. And I think, well, so what I did was I used AI to help me generate some ideas on questions to ask myself so that I could get a little bit more clearly, get a little bit more clear on what I actually value. And so I think I'm going to read a couple of these. Yeah. So it says how to get crystal clear on your core values. Figuring out your core values takes some thinking, but here are some helpful steps. So number 1 says, think about what makes you angry or upset. When something bothers you, it's often because it goes against one of your values. For example, if you get really upset when somebody lies, honesty might be one of your core values. And so I wrote down, and this is what I wrote. What bothers me? Not giving attention or eye contact, inconsiderateness, shitty customer service, when people don't say thank you, when people aren't upfront and honest. That's just what I wrote. I don't know if that was everything, but that's just what I wrote. Moved on to the next one. So number 2, remember times you felt proud. Think about moments when you really felt good about yourself. What were you doing? What made your moment special? The answer often points to your values. And I put, when have I felt proud, good about myself? And what I put here was not giving into temptations or urges, completing 75 hard / live hard, facing fear, and then sales calls, killing spiders, ice bath, not skipping. So that's that. Look at your role models. Who do you admire? What qualities do they have that you respect? The traits you admire and others often reflect your own core values. And so who do I admire? Elon Musk, Andy Frisella, Donald Trump, Andrew Tate, Tristan Tate, Chris Williamson, Charlie Kirk, David Goggins. That is definitely not an exhaustive list. It's just people who I thought of on the spot. And it says, what qualities do they have that you respect? So what do they all have in common? They're extremely hardworking. Most work 100-hour weeks and have achieved monumental things. They're not afraid of backlash, will tell the truth and speak their mind, are intelligent and know their shit, very confident. Leaders, doers, achievers, no quit mentality, strong, brave men. So those are the people that I admire. Ask yourself, okay, before I move on, I just want to say that just because I admire those people doesn't mean I agree with every single goddamn thing they've ever said and will die for them because they are exactly who I strive to be. A lot of these people have done things and have said things that I don't agree with and don't support. Doesn't mean I think they're a shitty person. Doesn't mean I think they're a great person. So I'll leave it at that. And then number 4, ask yourself what matters most. If you had to choose between 2 things, like being honest or being liked, helping others or advancing your career, which would you pick? These tough choices reveal what you truly value. So I put for what matters most. So I said, what matters most? Taking care of my family and ensuring there's never a day anyone goes without anything. Seen, valued, heard, and especially respected as a man. Doing my best and know it was my best. Doing the right thing always. Achieving success and becoming a role model for younger generations and younger family members. Those are, I think that matters most to me. Matter of fact, there's some cool things that have happened recently that I'll probably talk about as far as, I guess, getting crystal clear on my why. But anyway, we'll keep on going. So write down your top 5 to 7 values. And it's funny because this is what I'm asking for help on, so I don't have any. But I put one of my top 5 to 7 values, and this is what I put, is literally what I wrote. Integrity, hard work, optimism. Not sure, that's why I'm doing this exercise. Test them against your life. Look how you spend your time and make decisions. Do your actions match the values you wrote down? If not, you might need to adjust your list or start living more in line with your values. And then I put test against life. I tend to lose sight of my values / get distracted / go against them / wuss out because I know no one will know. I tend to pussy out on facing fear a lot. I skip things I know I should do often. I lack a backbone, etc. And then it says revisit them regularly. Your values might shift as you grow and learn. Check in with yourself every few months or once a year to make sure your core values still feel right. So I went through this little exercise and it just got me thinking, because the core values that I have, or I guess that I say that I have, I don't live in congruence with. I don't. And it makes me a fraud. And I don't like that. I don't like that at all. So how I started this whole thing off was, what would be one thing that I could just focus on, that one thing, something that I value and that I would tell other people to do no matter what, something that actually matters for so many reasons. And I put never miss. That's life philosophy number one. Personal code of conduct, core value, life rule, standards, whatever you want to call it, just never miss. And I detailed a little bit with poor results and outcomes are not as dire as skipping entirely. Skipping the gym is worse than going to the gym for 10 minutes. Yes, it might be a shitty workout with very poor results, but it's much better than skipping entirely, not just physically, but especially mentally. The entire reason why you do not miss, when you miss, you train your brain to accept that it's okay to skip on shit that you know you need to do, and accept that it's fine to be less than your best. I'm good. And then I put never fucking miss. And then I put, well, that's interesting. Wait, what the fuck? I put January 11th, 2025, 9:27 a.m. January 11th. I put 1/11/25. When the fuck did I write this? I wrote this 3 days ago. Hold on. We're going to go to the update version history. Hold on. Updates and... Oh, we're going to figure out when I fucking wrote this. This is going to be funny. Where is it at? I really wrote January 11th. Where the fuck is it? Updates and analytics? Where is it? When did I write this? Does it tell me when I wrote it? On November 1st. Dude, am I dumb as fuck? And I put, dude, I live in America. I don't live anywhere else. The month comes first. So I wrote it on November 1st. I put 1/11. Here in America, the month comes first, not the day. So that's so funny, dude. I don't know what day it is at all. Half the time in this show, I've said, oh, what's up? It's episode blah, blah, blah. It's October. Whoops, it's actually fucking March. Why did I say October? Anyway, now we got that fixed. November 1st, 2025, 9:27 a.m. That's when I wrote that. And honestly, ever since I wrote that, I feel like I've been fine with that. That was actually in the back of my mind today when I thought to myself that I didn't want to hit the gym. I literally thought, no, you just wrote this down. This is something you 100% can agree that you should never do, which would be to miss or to skip or to have, I would almost say half-assing is better than skipping. I think that's the definition. It's just at least trying, or at least, I wouldn't even say that that's what I mean. It has nothing to do with trying or putting an effort. It's just not letting yourself off the hook when you don't want to do something. I didn't, the desire to skip the gym was not high, so it was fine to go, but the thought of, what am I saying? I didn't fight an extreme, massive, huge battle to not miss the gym today, but I knew that I don't know where I'm going with that. I really don't know. That's why I got to get better at speaking, because I can't fucking do that in the real world all good. Anyway, that's kind of where I've been focusing on things lately. I just want to be better. So from here on out, I'm not going to miss. I'll go to the gym, do 12 minutes of cardio and peace out, but I'm not going to skip. I'm not going to say that I can't or that I won't or whatever. I'm not going to say it's too late or what. I'll do what I can. I'm not going to skip. If it's too late to go to the gym and I don't want to drive, I'll go for a walk around the neighborhood. I'm not going to skip, whatever it is. So that's what's going on. That's the focus. And I'm just going to work on that. So that's my number one, my only core value as of today, November 6, 2025. And I want to get crystal clear on these because I would love to be able to frame this shit on my wall and have it as a reminder. I want to buy things for my wall so that they're little reminders in my room, but I don't want it to be from somebody else because look, we can go like this. We can go, I typed in core values, inspiration, wall art. You can buy one of these and they're already done. So I can click on this. It says display. Oh, that's the brand name. It says core values, discipline. Do it even if you don't feel like it. Determination. If you're determined, nothing can stop you. Attitude and effort. 2 things you can control. Well, it's 2 and 1. Consistency is what it says consistency. And then the sentence is what transform average into excellence. Whoa, there's a typo on it, bro. Repetitions, choose quality over quantity. Passion is the fuel that drives us. I would never put that on my wall because 1, those aren't my core values. Number 2, there's a fucking typo in there on something that's going on my wall. I'm not even trying to get clicks or clickbait or rage bait. It's going on my wall, dude. And it's not mine. I don't identify with this. So I would have some shit on my wall that I don't necessarily agree with. Not that I'm against those things, but so I don't want that shit on my wall. I want to make my own. It's not even that damn it. It's not even that I designed it or anything like that. It's just, they're not my values. Here's another one, Etsy. The fuck is Etsy? I see it all the time. Our values, integrity, material. Is this custom? It's not custom. Integrity. We are honest and have strong moral principles. Integrity is at the core of our actions. Service. We serve from the earth, and provide a high level of customer satisfaction. Respect. Respect for each other and our clients guides us in all our decisions. Immediately, if you don't even have a service business, you can't buy this. Your clients can't. Excellence. We always plan ahead and continuously improve. Teamwork. Believe that teamwork empowers our individual strengths. Innovation. We think outside the box and challenge the status quo. See, I don't know. I just would never buy that. I need to put what I believe in on there, and that they change, that's on me. But I don't know. So that's kind of why I want to make sure that I am in alignment with these things, so that whatever I decide to make my personal code of conduct, I am in alignment with. I don't know what else to say. So anyway, that's it. That's all I got today. Yep, that's everything. Thanks for listening. Talk to you later. Bye.